Good afternoon, everyone. Kimberly and I are just out for a quick overnight camp out. We're hoping to find a little bit of snow, and we're pretty excited to be back in the truck, the white overland truck versus the gray work truck. We definitely like this better for our adventures. So right now we're cruising on a paved road still. I'm not sure when the gravel's gonna start, but there's a little bit of dusting of snow on the side. So we'll see what we get into. We're just coming up on one of the places I've marked on the map to see if it's a cool spot. We're not in snow yet, but since it's daylight, I want to explore some of these other spots around here for maybe future camp. Or if this one's awesome, then we're just going to take it. Pretty cool down here by the river, but we kind of wanted to get into snow, so we're just checking this spot out, see what there is down here. Alright, this is it down here. Nice spot, but not what we want. We wouldn't even be like on river's edge, and kind of want more snow. So I'm just going to turn around here and keep searching. Alright, I had another spot picked out close to the water. We're going to check that out. And we might just take it because it's getting dark. I don't want to be searching for camp in the dark. I think I'm going to lock the hubs in just in case. Don't want that to be soft and get stuck in two-wheel drive. Nice hard bottom. Yeah. came up to the end of the road and the river is right there. We might just have to take this spot. Yeah, I'll get out and look at it. Well, here's the spot. It looks pretty cool. We're right here on the water. Pretty nice. I think I'm going to take this. I'm just going to turn around, back the trailer up, get situated. Oh man, perfect. I don't even have to do anything. I'm just going to put the jack stand down just so it helps stabilize a little bit. This just takes a little bit of the suspension movement out of it as you're walking around. I don't really like this fire pit and where it's at. I think I'm going to rebuild it. Plus it's kind of big. Camp's looking pretty good. All right, I brought some firewood from home, so I wouldn't have to look for any dry stuff out here. So I got these new little fire starters. I thought I'd give them a try. Found them at REI. Might as well try it out. Wow, it just went out. How funny is that? I don't feel like that's doing too good. Okay. Come on. All right. Got camp set up. Got a fire going. And we're just gonna relax by the fire in the river right now.
The sound of the river is so relaxing.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not like a raging river like the other one.
Just dump the whole thing, see what happens.
Still have some left. All right, we just came inside, had a nice little fire out there, and some people might be newer to the channel and are interested in our trailer, so I was going to do a little inside tour, especially of some of the mods I've done in here. So I'll show you a couple things. So first off, here's the back. This is our bed, and I added that back padding there because the very first night I slept in here, it was, I think, 0 degrees outside, and that back wall was a little cold when I was up against it. So added that foam pad, which is really nice, and then added a picture, of course. It's one I took a long time ago. Kimberly had it made into one of those metal prints. I really like those metal prints. They're cool. And then under the bed, let's see, so under the bed, for some reason my audio stopped working here, so I'll just let you know what I said. I keep some spare sleeping bags under here, especially when we have the kids with us. I also keep the chairs and some snow socks for the trailer down here. We have these 2 hatches, and so that goes right outside. One on each side. So I added this extra insulation under the bed to keep it a little bit warmer. This is our lithium power bank here. And I added this light here just to give it a little extra light underneath so we can see better. Coming back from the bed, I added an extra light right here because there was just one under the sink, and I thought it was proper to have 2 there, so added that. Added this paper towel holder. Obviously the decorations, those are added. I took the door off of this cabinet here and added a microwave, and we have a little bit of extra storage here. I usually have a box of Cliff Bars or something there. This is our weather station that the current battery is dead, so you can't see anything on there. So it's worthless right now. Let's see. Built this little cutting board. Made it fit in here so it fits perfectly. There's the sink, and it locks in there nice and tight, so Kimberly has more room for doing her cooking. One other thing here is the faucet nozzle. I replaced that. Well, I actually didn't replace it. Got a new one because it just shot straight out before. I'll show you what it does. So now it's that spray, that, and it pivots around. So much nicer than not having any. And then down here, I actually forgot about this a little bit. I added sound deadening foam back in there against the whole wall, and in here and on the bottom of this, because the water pump sits back there and it was kind of noisy, so this makes it a little bit quieter. Coming over here, I used to have two of these little things up here. Looks like one fell. Maybe this is too heavy for it. There it is. There's the other one. But this is a fire blanket. It's a good thing to have. That just hangs out back here. Over here, our fridge, I put extra little security locks on the fridge when we're going down some really rough roads. It has opened up on us before. So this was the cheapest, easiest way to secure the fridge and freezer door. One other thing I did here, when I'll turn these lights off, I added a little like movie lighting back here. So this is much better on the eyes when you're like ready to go to bed, or when we're watching a movie, we turn on those lights and it gives us a nice glow here. You can see that. Look how awesome that is. Because before it was just really bright. So those are our movie lights. And I did do one other thing. These backlights, I made those yellow so they weren't so harsh on our eyes, but they were still pretty bright for movie lights and when we were in bed. So that's why I put the red LED strip in. It's dimmable as well, but those are still nice because it's give you a softer glow instead of, you can see the difference. It used to be that. So that's pretty nice. But when that's too much, the movie lights. Oh yeah, one other thing on the fridge. A couple places we've been, Mesa Verde, Mount Rainier, and then the Grand Tetons. We thought those were cool magnets. If we find more of those magnets at places we go, we're gonna add them. Here's the bathroom. We got a shower. One thing I've added was this little string here. It's just on a quick hook, so I can close this up and it just reduces the stress on those points there. So every time we're in motion, it's nice and sturdy. I don't have to worry about this being too heavy for it. Over here, just added this little towel rack there. Wooden holders for the toothpaste and stuff. I don't think there's really anything else. Oh, these racks here for towels, towel rack and stuff. A little carpet. And back out here, we got a sheepskin rug on here. It's way warmer than the bare ground for your feet. And then sometimes you've probably seen in some of the videos, we have this in a couch position, but today I set it up as a table so we could eat dinner here. I think the last thing in here is, this is our DVD area. So we keep DVDs in the DVD player and a game up here. I think we have another game or two back there. I think my next mod over here is going to make this up here. So we have a nice little shelf right there. So it'll give us a little more shelf space. Also, a while back, we were doing some real off-roading, and that cabinet up there popped open, and this was closed, and it shattered this one on the outside. So now we just have a backsplash, and that's it, because it got shattered, so it was kind of a mess. Other than that, I think that's it for the interior of our X22, but we're still loving it. And I think right now we're going to find a movie, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, good morning. We had a nice night last night, and we're just drinking our coffee right now. Real nice out here. I think we're just going to relax a little bit and then pick up camp, and then going to do a little bit more exploring since I haven't been up in this area very much. So we're going to look for some more campsites for future use. But this was definitely a good one. I'm going to save it on my map. Now I'm just going to clean up all the trash that was left behind by previous campers at the old fire ring.
What are you cleaning up? The garbage?
The garbage that was in the old fire pit. There's like batteries and stuff in here. So I know I don't have to tell my subscribers this, but don't put trash in fire pits. Let's get the truck warmed up and the seat warmers on. turn down another little road to check out the views and see what's down here. Pretty cool looking. Following this road for quite a while, and I'm not sure where it goes. So I'm kind of looking for a spot to turn around because I don't want to get stuck backing up a really far stretch. So it's getting a little slippery out. I think I need to put in full drive. Yeah, we're not making it up this hill. I was hoping that this road would go down to a cool spot on the river, but it doesn't seem to be. All right, this made it back to the main road. I was starting to get a little worried of what we were gonna do, but that worked out well. So we're back on pavement. That was a cool little detour, but it definitely does hinder our exploring some of the small tight roads since we have the trailer, because I just don't want to get stuck having to back up something really far. Can't turn around everywhere, that's for sure. But we definitely still get a lot of exploring in with it. This setup that we have does pretty well off-road. But once you get into overgrown, tight trees, that's where we're a little limited. But I think we're gonna head back into town and find a new little cafe to eat at for lunch. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we had a really nice night out by the river, so we'll catch you next time.